I'm going to talk about quite possibly the most important aspect of nutrition in terms of getting a result, particularly when it comes to definitely any performance-based goal, because we require a certain degree of energy to perform at high levels, but mainly in terms of any weight-based goal. And I'm going to run through that for you now. So firstly, we're going to touch on what are calories. You might have heard about calories, and you might know little bits and pieces about them, but I'm going to go into detail as to what calories are and how we can manage them for the result that you're after. So what are they? So calories are essentially energy. All right, that's it. Calories are energy, and we get them from food. We consume them in the form of different kinds of food. When that food goes into our digestive tract, it is broken down and absorbed into the bloodstream, and then it is used as energy. Different forms of energy depending on the food it's come from and a different kind, where the calories have come from. Okay, that energy is then used to power the human body. So it's used to power our movement through the day. So it makes me be able to do this. It makes me be able to push weight. It allows me to actually stay alive and function properly. And we need a certain amount of these calories coming in each and every day to perform. Just to hold that maintenance level of performance, to basically stop ourselves from deteriorating. So this level of calories is called our maintenance level of calories, and this is the most important number we need to find. Once we found our maintenance level of calories, we know exactly how many calories we need to lose weight, and we also know how many calories we need to gain weight. So I'm going to go into this a little bit more detail, but just to recap, calories are literally energy. We take them in through food. Now, they come from, as I said before, in different forms. Okay, so they come from what are known as macronutrients. So you also might have heard of these too. Macronutrients are basically carbohydrate, that's one of them, protein, that's another one, and fat, that is another one. You can also count maybe fiber. Now, fiber is a form of carbohydrate, but it responds a little bit differently inside the body. So it kind of a lot of the time will have its own macronutrient group. But those are the only three or four, whichever way you want to look at it. Those are the only macronutrients that there are. Each of those macronutrients contains calories, okay? So we know that 1 gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories. We know that 1 gram of protein has 4 calories. And we know that 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. So it's actually got over twice the amount of calories per gram of fat. Now, this doesn't matter as much as if you're still under calories, but you're eating in excess of one of these foods, but your calories are still under that maintenance level, you'll still lose weight. What we've got to do is make sure you're always under if the goal is weight loss, that is, that your calorie intake, how many calories you are taking in, is always under that maintenance level calories. The further under you are of that maintenance level calories, the quicker you'll lose weight. All right, so let's look at it like this. We've got an individual who requires 2,000 calories per day. This is just a random example. We'll work out yours. You'll have to work out your own intakes, your own requirements, because everyone's different, and they're different off the back of it's all based on your daily movement, so how much energy you expend, your size, so how much you weigh, your age, your gender, and just a few little other important aspects is what your what's called metabolic rate is based off. Yeah, so that calorie burn is what we need to look at. So let's say, as an example, we have an individual who burns 2,000 calories per day. If they then eat 1,800 calories, they're 200 calories within a deficit, and they'll lose weight. Simple. If they eat 2,200 calories, they are 200 calories into a surplus, and they'll gain weight. If they eat 2,000 calories, they'll just maintain. Simple as that. All right? So, simple as that. What we want to then look at, once we've found your own personal calorie allowance, is you want to kind of think of that allowance as your bank balance, as a kind of budget, and you want to budget it as if it's your money. Okay, so you don't want to overeat, because that will kind of make you go into your overdraft, and you'll gain weight, or you'll stop progressing towards the goal that you're aiming for. So let's say you have that 2,000 calories and you eat 2,500 calories, that's your overdraft. You're 500 calories into your overdraft, and you will start to gain weight, and that contradicts the goal if your goal is weight loss, okay? But further on that, we don't just want to think about calories over the space of a day, okay? This is a big mistake people make, and they end up doing really well midweek and then overeating on the weekend, and that it's the weekend that really throws them off. So look at it like this. We have an individual with 2,000 calories requirement. They eat 2,000 calories from Monday to Friday. Perfect, they're on 10,000 calories. They've got 4,000 calories left to last them over the weekend, yeah? Because that'll match that 14,000 that they have weekly. But on the weekend, they go a bit mad and they have 5,000 calories on a Saturday night with alcohol, a pizza, whatever. 5,000 calories up. They then destroy that deficit they created because their overall weekly calories have been pushed to maybe 20,000 calories, okay? So you understand how that allowance doesn't just go over a day. It goes over a week, and you want to kind of, once you have your numbers specific to you, you need to then budget those calories every single week and make sure you are on point with those calories, because that is essentially what's going to allow you to make progress in terms of weight, okay? So that's really how we want to think about managing your food. We know that it's a simple calculation of energy in versus energy out in terms of calories and in terms of weight loss or weight gain. We know it's really, really simple. So once we've found our maintenance level calories, we just need to make sure we're budgeting properly and sticking to those guidelines. If we start to drop out those guidelines, our progress stops. So really, really simple. Calories are currency. Think of them as money. Manage them like you would your bank balance, and you will never be in doubt as to why you're not progressing or how you can make that next move to progress further.